Did you have a weak moment? The question is, did you have sex with his girlfriend?
But y'all slept together before she...
Whoa! Woo!
You know, the price of living today is quite expensive.
It is.
And the price of you doing what you did with his girlfriend is also very expensive, sir.
You're in here suing your father
Yes, Your Honor.
for $12,000.
Yes, Your Honor.
But this is far more complicated than $12,000. I've read the complaint. Tell me what's happening.
Terrence Elliott, I'm here because I'm seeking back pay for the time I took care of my supposed-to-be kid. Over the last 2 years, I was giving my girlfriend, supposed to be wife at the time, $500 for child support.
Your son, it's your son.
500, and you're saying what?
I'm saying it's his son. He says supposed to be kid. It's his son.
But y'all slept together before
It's
she...
your son. It's your son.
Woo! So, I understand from the complaint that you and your girlfriend were living in your father's home.
Yes.
So tell me, give me the background. Start there.
So I'm a teacher, math teacher, and I wanted to buy a house for me and my girlfriend. This is
All right.
like as a supposed to be father, provider. I wanted to buy a home.
Right.
So I reached out to my dad and asked him, would he allow me to just save up some funds for the time and to save up to buy a house. So I was staying with him about a year and a half. My girlfriend kind of fell on hard
5
time.
years.
Sir, what did you just say?
5 years.
5 years? They lived in your home for 5 years?
I opened my home to him for 5 years.
Around 5 years.
Okay, because that's a big difference from a year or year and a half.
I was just kind of just letting you know where it started from. So.
Okay, so it started, all right.
Well, my son wanted to get a home, and I want him to have a home. I've had the house for years, you know, and he grew up in the house. Right. So when he brought that idea to me, I opened up my home. I want him to, you know, save money, as much money as he can.
Good.
I didn't charge him anything. I did everything for him so he could.
When you say you did everything for him, tell me what that means. Utilities, food, what are we talking about?
Oh, everything.
Did they pay rent?
No, I did
rent.
not charge rent. I'm a chef, Your Honor, myself. So, you know, I cooked for him. I cooked for my grandson. I cooked for his girl. I did everything so he can save money because, you know, the price of living today is quite expensive.
It is.
And the price of you doing what you did with his girlfriend is also very expensive, sir. So this case is just a very chaotic case. The man in court looks so gentle, looks so put together, looks so reasonable, but we'd be surprised that even someone that looks that reasonable could do such a thing. You know, sleeping with your son's girl. No matter what it was, there was no excuse for doing that, to be honest. And I'm surprised that the girl is not in court. I'm sure she is trying to hide from the whole disgrace that the media would put her through. If she was in court to give her own side of the story, I'm sure there'll be a lot of public shaming involved in the whole thing. Welcoming your son and his girlfriend, they want to start a future, a life together. You know, this is what a father would do, you know, allowing them to stay in the house, even though I'm kind of like very torn on the part where his son wasn't paying rent, because of course he's an adult already. At least he should be contributing to the household. Even though he's not paying rent, he should pay in other things, just try to support in the household. But we understand that the son was saving for something. But let's see where this story leads us to.
It is. I mean, we're living in some very challenging times with the economy. We are. And the fact that he's a young man who is a teacher, public school teachers don't get paid nearly as much as they should get paid for all that they do. And you're trying to save money. But yet you're in here suing your dad. So what's going on? Tell me what happened.
Yes, so around the 2-year mark, Erica became pregnant. I was overly joyed. It's my first kid, so I was happy to be a father. My dad was my hero. I looked up to him, everything he did. So of course I came to him with the news, excited.
So he comes and says, "We're having a baby." You excited?
I'm very excited. I'm happy he's going to, you know, get a home. He's starting a family, and it reminds me of, you know, how I started bringing him up, having a home and a family. So I'm very ecstatic about it.
All right, your first grandchild?
My very first, yes.
All right. So now it seems like things are good. She's pregnant, you're excited, you're getting ready to be a father, and then what happens?
So 2 years, I'm raising little Martin. I named him after my dad.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
The fact that the whole backstory and the whole essence, you could see that this man literally idolizes his father, even naming his alleged son or his supposed son after his father. It's something quite heroic. The man has sacrificed a lot for his son, so we could see that this is really like a good role model when you talk about fatherhood. But this stamp and this dent of shame that he just did here is just the thing that kind of like ruins the whole reputation that you have built up for years. It ruins everything, and it's just a mess that can't really be cleaned. But let's see.
So about 2 years went by, and I work late, like I say, just saving money, and I also do tutoring on the side. So
you have long days.
Yeah, so that's like my hours to get home, like around 6, maybe 7-ish. And I came home one day early because that day we didn't have tutoring.
Okay.
So I come home, and before I can get to the kitchen, I just hear Erica just crying.
Crying?
Yeah.
Why was she crying?
Well, so I stopped right there, and before I can enter into the kitchen, I could just hear her say, "I believe he's yours."
Who was she talking to? She's talking to your dad?
My dad, Your Honor.
What was happening? Come on, what was happening?
Well, there's some deep secrets that I've been holding, but I didn't want him to know that.
Wait. I got this.
I believe.
I've been doing this a long time. I've probably been doing this longer than you've been in the world.
I'm sorry, I was just trying to keep my emotions in check, Your Honor.
Honestly, it's something to really accord him for. The boy has been very respectful, even narrating his story without allowing any triggers and not even exploding in court when his father speaks, because this is actually a lot to take in. It's a lot to take in. It's not easy to come here and talk about this kind of story. And the man is just still gentle, still saying his own thing like it's something very minor that happened. But let's see.
Deep secrets? What kind of deep secrets?
Well, like he was saying, she said it may be mine from a weak moment that she and I, Your Honor, may have had. And
Wait, no, you're being too vague now. Come on now. This is much too vague.
Well,
a weak moment may you have had. Did you have a weak moment? The question is, did you have sex with his girlfriend?
Your Honor, yeah.
What?
I
mean, the answer is either yes or no.
In a moment of weakness, yes, I did.
That's messed up. You know that's messed up. You know that's messed up. Come on now.
Like I said, it was a one-time thing in a moment of weakness.
I don't care if it's a one-time deal or a several-time deal. The fact is that you had sex with his girlfriend.
In the moment of weakness, I did.
Why do you keep saying in a moment of weakness? How is that justified?
Your Honor,
help me.
Your Honor, so we're waiting for him to come. Like I said, we were waiting for him to come. Many times he don't, show up for these planned dinners that we have.
Because he's working.
Sometimes he's working. Sometimes he's hanging out with his friends. But the fact is that this particular moment, we're having wine. I made dinner. We're waiting for him to come, and things just got out of hand. And we made a mistake, but like I said, we're trying to move on from that. But I still believe that it's still your child. You don't have to worry about that.
How do you know that?
When you talk about moments of weakness, it's something that is so, it can't be an excuse for something this detrimental, because this is a scar that he has to live with. I don't think he can even keep up the relationship with this lady after hearing such a thing. Best case scenario, they co-parent cordially, but this dent, this stain is something that he can't even totally erase. It's not that she just cheated on him, but she cheated on him with his dad, which is a very big case. Saying a moment of weakness, it's something that I'm like, I understand we are humans, but we will not put ourselves in spaces where we will have to compromise, And I think he really let his guard down too much by always just allowing her to be alone with his dad. We understand that, of course, the trust is there, and the dad has actually ended that trust by being a good role model for his son for that long, and even keeping them in his home. But then again, I think every man needs to still be cautious, still try to make yourself as present as possible. Because when you're always present, it takes a lot of things away. It takes a lot of third party and a lot of intruders. It keeps the intruders away when you are present as much as you can be present. Let's just pray that we have spouses or partners that are willing to also trust us as much as we trust them, and also hold us down the way we hold them down. Sometimes we understand we are humans and things can happen, but we should try to make sure that those rooms are not being available for those things to happen.
Though, how can you be so certain?
Looks
if you
like
had
him.
set, well, he's your child, he's your son. I mean, we got the same gene pool. So you can't sit here and say, oh, because he looks like him. How can you be so certain that this is not your child?
I don't have a 100% certainty, Your Honor, because of that mistake. But I do believe we can move on from that because, like I said, it was a moment of weakness that got out of hand.
Only happened this one time?
Only one time. I didn't mean purposely for this to happen at all. But in the scheme of things, I still don't believe I owe him $12,000.
Why don't you think you owe him $12,000? Well, let's go back to why you think let's start there.
So during the time raising little Mark, I was giving my girlfriend $500 child support, just taking care of formula, doctor visits, all the child care stuff. Because
so basically you're saying for the time that you paid all the child support, that you think that your father should pay it because you think it's his child.
Yes, Your
But
Honor.
how do you know it's his child?
I don't know exactly. We haven't did a paternity test. Or
Yeah,
nothing,
well,
DNA
we
test,
have
so.
one here. We're gonna find out today.
Okay, I think now is the time for the truth. This is the moment of truth. Let's see. To be honest, whether it's your step brother, little brother, or is actually your son, I think the money is too much. The whole $12,000 is. I know it can be rewarded to you in court. It's a valid argument, but I don't think it's going to do anything to your pain. I don't think it's going to heal anything in your pain. I think it's just going to be there as an absolution to whatever you're going through.
Because there has been a paternity test that's been done.
Your
So
Honor,
after this happened, what happened between the two of you all?
We split. This is actually the first time in a long time I've been in the same room with my father.
Oh, mercy. Mercy, you were about to tell me something. What were you about to say?
Your Honor, I mean, I paid more, just in helping him out than $12,000. If you do want to see
Let me
this.
see that. So it's your theory that even if this child is
It's on
yours,
A.
that you don't owe any money to your son because you paid for them to live in your house.
Not only paid for them, I did everything so that he could save money. He should have more than enough to have a house by now. So
You definitely did more than enough.
So what's going on between you and the child's mother after all of this?
I'm still giving her just a little child support.
Are you all together?
No, we're
Did you
not
all
together.
break up behind this?
Yeah, Sean.
What was her explanation? What did she say about all this?
She didn't want to confess. Like I said.
So you found out accidentally. You just overheard this conversation.
Yes, Your Honor. Yes,
And if
Your
you
Honor.
hadn't overheard the conversation, you would have never known about this.
No.
This is messed up.
this stain on the family caused by me, I totally take responsibility for. I didn't want to let this out because I knew how it would hurt. I hope it had never come to this, but still, I don't believe I owe him $12,000.
I don't think you owe him that either. I think he's just suing you because he's pained, but I don't think you owe him that amount, especially the fact that the man has really done a lot for his son, the fact that the boy has lived rent-free with his girlfriend in their house for over 5 years. That's more than enough. Even though you say, yes, a father should do that for their child, but how many fathers do that for their child? How many fathers have the resources to actually do that for their children? So the guy suing is that we understand why, but we don't think it validates the amount that is being brought to the courtroom here.
Lord have mercy. So you all have been estranged. This is the first time you all have even interacted today in my courtroom.
Yes, Your Honor.
And so that means that you haven't seen your grandson.
I haven't seen my grandson.
Do you get to see your son?
Yes, we just working things out. Sometimes I see him in the weekend, sometimes during the week. This all depends, but yeah.
What do you think the paternity test is going to say?
100% is his.
What do you think? What do you think, Terrence?
What
I
do you
want him
want?
to be mine, but in my heart,
Yes.
I believe it's going to be my father's.
I like the fact that this is being cleared in the courtroom because these doubts, they linger for long. And when they linger like that, it slowly eats up the person that is having those doubts. So it's good that it's being cleared here and let it mend relationships and make things to work out the way they should.
Wow.
Coming up,
I'm not proud of that. Would be my son, but if it does come out, then
it is back with the case of
And what are you prepared to do if this is your son?
I will move on. If it's my son, just like I took care of my son, I'll take care of him and hope that, my son can forgive me and we can just be a family. I'm not proud of that stain on the family, and I want to move on. So I don't believe that it would be my son, but if it does come out, then you'll have a brother.
Before I open this, so after you found out that day, she's crying, you hear her basically say that she's concerned that it's your father's child.
Yes.
What was the conversation between the two of you?
I had to compose myself. Of course, emotions were high. Left back outside the house for a little bit, and later on that evening, I just couldn't sleep with myself, so I had to just confront her, ask her, hey, I heard you and my dad talking.
So you didn't confront her
No.
Immediately?
No.
So you went and kind of had to compose yourself?
Yeah, because I didn't.
And so when you confronted her, what did she say?
At first, she was trying to beat around the bush a little bit and like crying, give me this sob story, but she confessed. She said, yes, it was a one-night stand.
Wow. Whoa. I wasn't expecting this. DNA test is 99.99 conclusive that, Mark, you are the father of this child.
Damn, man. Damn, this will hurt him. Sheesh.
Lord have mercy.
Sheesh.
Son, I'm sorry.
I feel your pain, Terrence. I do. I feel your pain on this one. I do. I'm a judge, but I am also human. I mean, I don't even know what to say.
There are some actions that the stain always lingers. Now, this boy will grow up to be the brother of this other guy, and the guy will look at this his younger brother, a son that's supposed to be his son. And we always see the fact that his dad betrayed him in the face of this his supposed son that is now his half-brother because of a mistake that the father made when he was in a moment of weakness, like he said. Sometimes when actions are being taken, humans don't really foresee the major consequences that this could cause. And we know that we are humans and we go with emotions, but sometimes we need to just lay back and think of what's the worst that could come out of this thing that we can do. And can we live with the worst outcome? If we can't live with the worst outcome, it's best not to do it in the first place. This is just kind of like a very sad one. It's really a sad one in the courtroom.
I didn't even know how to begin to say to you all that you all need to try to work this out and try to work it out. But you have to work it out because there's a precious child here. There's a precious child here. It's a precious child
How
here.
can they work it out?
Who needs you. I've actually had a case like this, Terrence, honestly, some years ago. The man did not know for 23 years that the child wasn't his. He had loved this child. He had raised this child. He put the child through college. He was going to be walking her down the aisle, only to find out that this child was not his. And so as painful as this is today, the reality is that this is what you're dealing with.
Judge Hatchett's verdict when we return.
Father, going to work this out, but
Judge Hatchett.
I don't know how you and your father are going to work this out, but I absolutely hope, I do, I'm telling you, I hope that there can be some kind of bridge, if nothing more than for this child. Because this is going to be a complicated conversation to have when this child is old enough to understand. It's going to be a very complicated conversation. But he is the father's son, and he is your brother. And what I do know is that he has to be loved and he has to be supported. Now, your father says he did all these things all these years, and so he shouldn't have to pay back child support. But you know, under these circumstances, I'm going to award the judgment of $12,000. I know that doesn't ease the pain today, but as a matter of principle, that's what I'm going to do. And I don't know what else to say other than to say we'll stand adjourned. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $12,000.
The guy is still hot, you know. $12,000 won't heal the wound. $12,000 can only be an absolution and just help to, you know, just cushion the pain a bit. But it's not going to heal anything. The boy, his stepbrother, stepson, is still going to grow up to be the face of the huge mistake his dad made and the betrayal that his dad did against him. But not to overflog on this same topic, I would like to know what you think about this whole situation. It's really a sad one. I'll go by the name East Coast Prince. This is East Coast Talks, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.